All right, let's see how this looks. Not bad, I guess. All right. Hi, guys. Thanks, Tortilla. Oh, yeah, so we just got a banana on TikTok because someone in the chat said jokingly, women are icky. And I said, nuh-uh, men are icky. I'm so serious. Oh, look, and of course the appeal was approved. I'm taking it as a sign that we were meant to come over to YouTube today. So, guys, I need you all to share this far and wide. Share this in the discords that you're in. Share like wherever, right? We need to get more people in here. Um I really need help finishing out this goal today. Hi, Shanks. And we need to just get people over to the YouTube. We need to just get people over to the YouTube. I am gonna try something out though, just right quick. Hold on, just a second. Wild work. God, I can't believe I said men are icky, and TikTok said you can't do that. I hate it. All right, let's do this. Let me see if I can do a thing. I'm coming, wait for me. I hear the walls repeating. I don't know what the quality will be like, but I'm definitely gonna see if I can do a thing. I don't hate the quality. Okay, guys, so we have the option here to dual stream right now. So we're already on Twitch and YouTube. Yes, TikTok bananaed me for saying men are icky. And in my live studio on TikTok, I have a window capture of my Streamlabs. We could do the multi-stream thing again. What are our thoughts? What are our thoughts? I just don't want the MAGA to find out we're doing this on the YouTube and the TikTok. Or the YouTube and the Twitch. Hi, Jordan. Welcome in. Right, the ones on TikTok are scared. They're so scared. So wild. All right, guys, let's put a 1 in the chat if you think I should also hit the go live button on the TikTok right now to try to get more people in here, because maybe this is the way we need to do it for like a week, 2 weeks, till we get the people onto the tube of views and the Twitches. What do we think? Hi, everybody. Hi. Hi, Amber. Hi, Cool Finn. I'm a man. Hi, Finn. So, just to give you a little bit of what we were talking about, I was live on TikTok when a friend of mine was like, Emma, women are icky. And I was like, nuh-uh, men are icky. And TikTok banned me. So, it was just a little playful banter between friends, and it was just really silly. Okay, so here's the thing. If I hit this live right now, I need some of y'all to stay over here. I need some of y'all to stay in the Twitch and some of y'all to stay in the YouTube. 0, I have no idea if that will work. We're going to do it. We're just going to say, fuck it, you know? We're going to try it. Great. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. Ah, shoot. Okay, hold on. It's saying a camera is needed. Hmm. Okay, that worked. All right, cool. I think we did it. I think we figured it out, chat. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to move this over here. Oh, hi, Ginger. Hi, Tinker. Hi, Ginger. Oh, this is nice. How can you use YouTube to help push the stream into the algorithm? So things that you guys can do is just like leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, engage in the chat. Those things will help as well. Welcome back, TikTok viewers. Absolutely the frick not. That's not happening. Where did you go? Probably smart to run away. Okay. Let me get rid of these extra windows that I have open that I don't need. Yes, leave that. Thanks. All right, guys. I'm trying to put the chats near each other so I'd know to look in the same place. Hello, my vertical peeps. I think we can still tap. Well, if you can still tap, tap the screen. We love you as well, Toaster. Great. So this is the setup that we have to have in order to do like YouTube shorts, which YouTube shorts will help push us into the algorithm as well. It has to be a vertical layout. So I worked on this one. And this is what we came up with, and I think it looks pretty good. I think it looks pretty good. So I'm tapping the hearts because I'm so used to it from TikTok. Hey, if it helps, it helps. I'm not really sure. But I see them. I see them on the screen. So I'm new. I'm new to the tube of views, chat. We are new to the tube of views. But thank you so much, guys, for just being here, for doing all of the good things, and making sure we get pushed into the algorithm. Let us see what kind of things we can get into here on the Tickety Talking Streets. Okay. You guys are contorting this. Ah! I have the hiccups now. Absolutely, Amber. I am open to constructive criticism. Emma's laugh gives me life. Never been live on YouTube. Hey, there's a first time for everything. Let's see. Make sure we're tapping the screen, sharing the live, guys. What's this? Hmm. Thank you, Caro. I will check that out after the stream today. Oh, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. Okay. Let's make sure we don't have any thank yous to give out. Remember, guys, we do have a daily goal. Tapping is clapping, sharing is caring. I will have to put the daily goal. I don't know how to put it up on the screen somewhere, but hold on. Why does TikTok look like that? What the heck is happening? That was weird. We're going to lock that in there. Oh, right, chat. Let's see. Swap the words in the box above you with the phone number box. That way people will be more likely to call in. I could probably do that. This is the first time using this layout. The layout that we had was this one that you can't see with the way I have it set up. But yeah, it was different. And so the number was big and it was beautiful. Good morning, Shay. Good morning, guys. If you guys are watching please, on TikTok, please tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. We do still have a daily goal. I will put that up on the screen here in just a moment. I have to do some math to figure out where we are at with that. Also, I believe we're only like $10 in or something like that of the daily goal. But yeah, hit the rose goal, cycle us with the FYP. It hopefully gets more people in here to talk to us specifically about current events. But we will be doing some MAGA hunting. So let me do the math here real quick. Let's see. Of course. My computer hates Vimo. It just hates it. Hates it. Don't know why. Okay, so yeah, we are at $9.32 in on the goal. Let me go ahead. Text. All right, I'm just going to copy that. And hopefully we can add a source over on the other place as well. Okay, so let's see. Text. Whoa. Why is that fighting with me so hard? I don't like that. Terrible place for it, but it's gonna have to work for now. Which means I don't need the text over on the TikTok. That's frequency. We are multi-streaming right now. Yes, we are multi doing the thing. Okay, so let us see here what we've got going on. Let us listen in.
I'm asking you a question, Clark. Why can't you just answer the question? Is Somalia part of Africa?
What's your point?
I'm just asking yes or no.
No, what's your point? I'll do what you do. You guys never answer a direct question. I'll just do what you do.
Somalia is part of Africa. I am descendants of African.
Yeah, so Trailer Swift over on the TikTok. So right now, in my studio, I am like sharing the window, so everything looks a little blurry, but you guys have my link tree here. It's not blurry on the tube of you, if that makes sense. So it's just, this is like a stream of a stream. The way that I restream them is the way I'm restreaming myself right now. It's wild. We've got streamceptions happening all over the place. Stu, the live ended earlier because I said MEN were icky, and I got a banana for that. It's okay, I won the appeal, but yeah. So that's what happened.
So you decide that you're going to start stepping on my voice, which exactly is a part of racism. Keeping a black man's voice silenced because you don't want to hear the truth. You ask me questions about
your
the black
argument,
community.
Somalia. So Trump was right when he said Somalia was a shithole country.
It is.
Oh, come on! Everybody steps over everybody in these lives. Don't act like it never happened. Stop it,
Clark.
Stop
how many
it.
Americans
Everyone talks over everyone?
How many Americans are running to Somalia to go live?
I don't know. How many?
None. How many Somalians
so
are
it is a
running to the
shithole
United States
country.
to come live?
So it is a
Yeah, it's a
shithole country.
100%. Would you live there, Clark?
So it is a shit. So you're
Clark, would you
standing by
live in
that piece of
Somalia?
shit orange turd
Clark,
statement that it
Clark,
is a shithole country.
Clark, would you live in Somalia?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't know
Because
the
it's a
culture. I
shithole
wouldn't have the
country.
means to get there.
Because it's a shithole
No.
country.
What?
So you're okay with Trump? Oh, this
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
I'm okay with
Is
it.
there anything? Is
I'm
there
okay with
anything you
calling
guys?
facts.
Is there anything Trump will say that you ever question? That you're ever
Yes,
suspicious
yes.
of?
Absolutely.
Ever?
Absolutely, Clark.
No
Do you
Okay,
fake.
give
want,
me
I
one.
can tell you. I can tell
No
you the
fake.
one thing right now. I'm very upset with Donald Trump. And I'll be honest with you. He said something that truly pissed me off because he didn't do it. He didn't lock Hillary Clinton's ass up. See?
What
We
are
found
we
common
talking
ground.
about?
Evidence. You didn't have any
I'm
other.
sorry, go ahead, Fizz.
Someone else, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering. I was kind of curious on how you felt when Joe Biden was doing the crime bill. He called black people super predators.
Super predators. Yeah, I was highly offended that as a black man, he labeled me and the rest of my compadres as super predators simply because of the color of our skin.
Mm-hmm.
None of us
Oh,
would
shoot,
hit
I gotta
his
get on the other account.
I don't agree
over
with
the head
everything
with a
Biden
mallet.
said. I don't agree with everything Biden said because I'm a Democrat. Actually, I'm an independent.
How about when he said, "If you don't vote for me, you ain't black"?
Right. I could see where people who would get upset with that. I understand. I'm not
but
black,
did you
but I
call
can
him out for
understand.
his racism? That's racist.
So if it was, it was.
Did you
Joe
vote for
Biden
him?
wasn't on the ballot.
So
you voted for a racist. See, you, Clark, you literally just admitted you voted for a racist. You said, so if it was, but yet you voted for him.
It's
knowing
what he
he was a
said. It
racist.
doesn't mean he's a racist.
Clark,
He had
Clark.
Kamala Harris was his VP. She's
Hey, Clark,
black. Hello.
Kamala
Hello,
Harris also
Hi.
called him out for being a segregist
Oh
on
no,
the damn
there's
panel.
delay.
She called him a racist while she
Let
was
me see.
debating him when she was
Oh, what?
talking about. Hold on, when she was talking about
Emma, we see the Streamlabs
Brown v.
group. Okay, hold
USA.
on one second.
How he actually stood on the side of people
Oh,
like
this sucks.
Senator Byrd.
All right, we're having some technical difficulties, guys. Hi with a GH, Emma. I know the quality on the TikTok sucks because, okay, this needs to be resized bad. Okay, let's go. Oh, wrong thing. Great. And why is there the... Okay, I was trying to get rid of that fucking box. I don't know why that was there. That was crazy. Okay. I'm trying to make it fit on the TikTok chat. Give me just a second. Wrong direction. This layout is visually painful. I'm so sorry. I am a dolphin. I'm just a dolphin person. Guys, we're trying. TikTok just sucks and wants to banana me every single chance it gets. So we are currently trying to move over to the TikTok and Twitch, but unfortunately, it is going to take some time. So we're trying to do the dual streaming thing here. But that means the quality is super low. So, all right, give me just a second, Finn. I am on it. Finn, thank you so much for the reparations for the patriarchy for the $11.13. I appreciate you. That's so funny. That's $11.13 for reparations for the patriarchy. I love it. All right, let's see. Let's go here. Okay. See, but here's the thing. The affiliate program for Twitch and the Tube of You is just far better than the affiliate program for the TikTok. And every time I turn around, TikTok is trying to banana me for something someone else did, right? So, like, my main account, I don't get back till tomorrow. Oh, it's 10 euro, but converted to USD. Yeah. W. But yeah, so I get my main account tomorrow, but I was on a 3-day ban on my main account because somebody used the R slur and it wasn't me. So it's just like, it's very frustrating, and I'm just trying to find a way to exist and do my show and support my family the best way that I know how currently while we have a toddler. And yeah, so I'm trying to live my best life. That's all I'm trying to do. TT Truther says, wow, good to hear you're experiencing that. Good to hear I'm experiencing that because other men use slurs. That's crazy. Bruce, why don't you come on up and let's just have a conversation about Donald Trump then? TikTok does suck, which is why I'm trying to get off of this app. So yeah, so if you guys are here on the TikTok, please tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things. Also, make sure you're going to the link tree in the bio and you're following the YouTube and the Twitch because we will not be doing TikTok lives here after the next couple weeks. I have used OBS. I personally prefer Streamlabs over OBS. OBS kept breaking on me, which is why I'm currently using Streamlabs. TikTok Truther, why don't you come on up? Come on up, let's have a conversation. I got something to help your streams. DM it to me. TikTok Truther, because TikTok keeps not letting me exist on the app, and Trump supporters consistently cry about what I do on the app. So we've got to move elsewhere. Hi, Truther. Can I have your age for TikTok? 35. And what state are you from? Okay, and you're a Trump supporter, I assume. Did you vote for Donald Trump? Okay. So, you said you're banned for telling the truth. What subject would you like to talk about? So that way we can just, like, do facts strictly about the subject in general. Oh, mm-hmm. Okay, so the Russia collusion, what was that about? What was that about? Okay, so that's actually not at all what the Russia was about. Did you read the Mueller report? The Mueller report that didn't prove or disprove Russia collusion. Did you read the Mueller report? It's a simple yes or no answer. I'm not, no, here's the thing. I'm not, okay. I'm not conceding, right? I'm not, okay, stop. We're trying to have, okay. Brother, you're gonna wind up getting yourself muted. Yes or no, did you read the report? Okay, so what did the conclusion of the report say? See, look, now who's coping? Truth, right? You're obfuscating from the report, saying these emails in fact existed, but you think they were stolen rather than what? Just found? So you're admitting that somebody within the Trump administration, more likely than not his son, colluded with Russia to get information on Hillary Clinton, and those emails exist. You're admitting to that. You just admitted to it. So what emails were you talking about? What emails were you talking about? What emails were you talking about? Hey, what emails were you talking about? What DNC emails? The DNC is mentioned in this report 0 times. No, the way you're talking about it seems you don't know anything about it, right? Because if we look at the emails, okay? So, for example, let's see. What is it? What is Donald Trump's son's name? Who's bringing up? Okay, we're talking about the Mueller report. Can you stay on topic? Nope, it's not on topic. We are talking No, we are talking about the Mueller report specifically. That's not what the claim is in the Mueller report. That's actually not at all. No. So clearly you didn't read. Okay, you actually didn't read the report. Got it. The internet's awesome. Let's talk about it. So, Russian social media campaign, the Internet Research Agency, or the IRA, carried out the earliest Russian interference operations identified by the investigation, a social media campaign designed to provoke and amplify political and social discord in the United States. The IRA was based in St. Petersburg, Russia, and received funding from Russian oligarch, a name I cannot pronounce, and companies he controlled. That guy is widely reported to have ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin. In mid-2014, the IRA sent employees of the United States on an intelligence gathering mission with instructions. This is literally the summary of the Russia report, so pay attention. The IRA later used social media accounts and interest groups to sow discord in the United States political system through what is termed as information warfare. The campaign evolved from a generalized program designed in 2014 and 2015 to undermine the U.S. electoral system to a targeted operation that by early 2016 favored candidate Trump and disparaged candidate Clinton. The IRA's operation also included the purchase of political advertisements on social media. He ran away, chat. Let's just make that very clear. I didn't boot him. He ran away. And disparaged candidate Clinton. The IRA's operation also included the purchase of political advertisements on social media and the names of U.S. persons and entities, as well as the staging of political rallies inside the United States. To organize those rallies, IRA employees posed as U.S. grassroots entities and persons and made contact with Trump supporters and Trump campaign officials in the United States. The investigation did not identify evidence that any U.S. persons conspired or coordinated with the IRA. Section 2 of this report details the office's investigation of the Russian social media campaign and how it was used, right? So, like, there literally are emails that exist where someone from Russia reached out to someone within the Trump administration, and if I remember correctly, it was his son, offering to sell secrets of that of Hillary Clinton, which is how this entire thing was born. So then if you actually go to the bottom of the report and you read the conclusion, this guy said this thing never existed, right? That there was no evidence of this ever happening, yet the conclusion says, because we determined not to make a traditional prosecutorial judgment, we did not draw ultimate conclusions about the president's conduct. The evidence we obtained about the president's actions and intent present difficult issues that would need to be resolved if we were making a traditional prosecutorial judgment. At the same time, if we had confidence after a thorough investigation of the facts that the president clearly did not commit obstruction of justice, we would so state. Based on the facts and the applicable legal standards, we are unable to reach that judgment. Accordingly, while this report does not conclude that the president committed a crime, it also does not exonerate him. So, TikTok truther or whatever your name was, I find it disingenuous that you're like, I say the truth and then get a 3-day ban and you guys mute and kick me or whatever the fuck your argument was when you literally would not have a conversation, which is why you got muted. Hello. Okay. Did you wake up late? Yeah. I just looked at the time. Yeah. Sorry, chat. I was arguing with my teenager. Wild work. Bruce, we are not going to be disgusting in the chat, so you're going to lose your First Amendment. Yeah, we're not going to be gross. But yeah, so hold on. All right, guys, let's listen back in and see what these guys are saying.
So you're reading Trump. Trump did shit. They still control
We're just
the
yelling?
strait. Good job, Trump. Glad my gas is so high. Thank you, Trump, for doing this.
Croc, were you complaining about the gas being so high when Biden was in office?
Oh, it's always Biden, right? You gotta go back to Biden.
I have to, because it's the truth.
You always go back. Biden didn't start an unnecessary war. How about that for Biden?
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Biden didn't even run the country. He was too busy eating ice cream and going to sleep. Wow, he crashed out, Rocco.
Oh, yeah, he did. Damn, walk into that kind of nonsense. It's nuts.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
That was a hell of a way to start the day.
I agree.
I'm telling you.
So I did hear the argument about the gas prices, though, right? So it is true that gas prices are higher because of an unnecessary war being started by Trump, and it is true that gas prices were high under Biden. But do you know why?
Of course, we know why.
Sure, then explain it to me. Why?
We don't listen to me. We don't fucking care, lady. We don't fucking care. We're willing to pay the extra money, and we want Iran smashed as quickly as possible to end the global threat that they've been perpetrating on this planet for decades, and to liberate those beautiful people too. If you don't see it that way, lady,
okay.
I don't want to say something unkind to you, okay?
So
we
if we're in
don't
the
give a
business
shit.
of liberating
We don't give a shit.
Prices were higher.
Okay, so just a quick question, Fuking.
Biden was pushing green energy is why it was. He was trying to get rid of the combustible engine. That's why the gas prices went higher.
Well, that's not true. It's because of OPEC+.
That's exactly true. And I'm in the gas business, so don't tell me about the gas business.
Okay, so James, what's the OPEC Plus deal?
The what?
The OPEC Plus deal.
She heard talking points. Those are the talking points going around.
What is the OPEC 2020 deal? The OPEC Plus deal.
Listen to me. Biden wasn't even the president.
Yes, there was. I can pull it up for you.
Biden wasn't even the president.
I know that for sure. Okay.
I can pull it up for you. OPEC Plus 2020 deal. Like, this is a thing that actually happened. I don't know what you're talking about, James. So why is it on the EIA?
We don't care. You don't get it. You just don't get it, do you?
Do you want to have, like,
you
actual
just don't get it. No, absolutely not. You disgust me.
How do I
You
disgust
don't listen to the facts.
I've barely been here 5 minutes.
You want to pull up something that's a falsehood.
I'm sorry. No ladies up in the morning. I forgot that rule yesterday. Somebody slipped that to me in my DMs. No ladies in the morning. Clark and Patrick are women enough for us. They try to pull that shit on us last night in Danger's Live with this bullshit OPEC. Stop your shit. Biden nearly buried us so deep.
Wild fucking work, chat. But for those of you that don't know, the EIA actually reported on this September 23rd, 2020. OPEC Plus agreement to reduce production contributes to oil market rebalancing. So on April 15th, members of the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, otherwise known as OPEC, and 10 non-OPEC partner countries, collectively known as OPEC Plus, agreed to reduce crude oil production in response to the rapidly increasing global oil inventories in the first quarter of 2020. At the time, the efforts were to contain the spread of C-19 resulted in a steep decline in demand for petroleum liquids and lower crude oil prices. In May 2020, the OPEC Plus agreement called for the decrease in crude oil output by an initial 9.7 million barrels per day. That gradually tapers through April of 2022 by the end of the current agreement period. So we literally watched as there was no demand but a lot of supply, and then we watched as there was a lot of demand and no supply, which is what made gas prices go up, which is why you could literally watch on the EIA as prices slowly tick up through 2020, peak in 2022, and immediately start going back down. But they don't want to admit that because they're not smart. All right, let me see. I have too many windows open. I'm getting vastly confused. Right, B. So they want to liberate the Iranian people by flattening Iran, make it make sense. But if we're in the business of liberating people, when do we bomb Israel so that way they can stop committing a genocide in Gaza? When is that going to happen? Like, I'm in the gas industry, literally know zero about gas. I mean, are we shocked? Are we shocked at all? Let's see. No, this layout doesn't work for what I... Never mind. We will find a different one. We are looking, guys. We're looking for another live. Thank you, Seahawks Nation. This is actually the layout that is on the tube of views. We are multi-streaming right now, so it actually doesn't look the best over here on TikTok. It looks way better on Twitch and tube of views. But we're working on it. We're working on it. By in the gas industry, he means he works at a gas station. Honestly, probably not wrong. What the heck? Oh, it's a video game. All right, guys. Remember to tap the screen, share the live, do all of the good things so that way we can get pushed into the algorithm. And maybe we get some people in here to chat with us. I do need a way to put up like some subjects on here on the TikTok side of things at least. So that way maybe people will call in. Remember to hit the rose goals and all of those things that cycle us through the algorithm. You also have access to all of the pay links in the link tree in my bio. That's on TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. You guys can access all of those things. Donations are appreciated, never required, but they do help me bring the show to you guys day in and day out. So let's make sure that we're doing all of the good things. We are $80 away from hitting our daily goal. Between my teenage daughter and just life, I am stressed out. Let's see. So IE, work for my city. Oh, interesting. There's so much happening right now. Thank you for following. Let's see. There's so much going on. We have 3 different streams going, and it's just a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. I'm trying to find us a live that we could go into and have some conversations, but it's like they're very hard to find.
President's financial disclosures were released recently, and they showed a lot of stock trades in companies that he has talked up, events, official events at the White House, on his True Social account.
I'm gonna watch that later. Let's see. Let's see. Maybe this one's one we could get into. Where's my mouse? This might be an op. Hi, Ominous. Are you a Trump supporter? Can I have your age for TikTok? Beautiful. What would you like to talk about today? Yeah, so MAGA hunting is where I restream MAGA lives and go into them on my backup and debate them there because they're too afraid to come debate me here. So why do you still support Trump May 20th of 2026? Okay, well, that was, almost 2 years ago at this point that Kamala Harris was running for president. So what is Donald Trump doing today that you still support? How much do you make a year, Ominous? What do you do? What do you do for a living? So you don't make a lot. Do you make more than 6 figures? I doubt that. What do you do for a living? What does that mean? You sell coins? And you think that's going to be a sustainable career? Oh, so you just sell cryptocurrency. You don't do actual coins. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, I just don't even know where to go with this conversation. Crypto bros are so fucking weird to me because cryptocurrency is not going to be sustainable, in my opinion. It works for you for now, but then what happens when it doesn't anymore? Like when cryptocurrency just goes away, what happens? You get a job and then you wind up paying an insane amount of taxes that the rich don't have to pay because you got fucked over by Donald Trump when it was convenient for you at the time. Okay, whoa. One, we're not going to attack 1.1% of the population just because you don't understand them. Right? Nope. Stop it. Stop talking. Don't talk anymore. Okay? So we're not going to attack 1.1% of the population just because you don't understand them. You are allegedly the party of civil liberties and civil freedoms, and yet you don't want to let people live their lives the way that they see fit because you have a problem with it or you don't agree with it. It's gross and we're not going to do it here, right? I will, however, have the conversation with you about abortion, but first you have to tell me, do you have a uvula? I don't care. I set the boundary and you wanted to try to skirt on past it. So now you don't get to be here. I set the boundary. I said no. I said no and you decided I'm going to say things about transgender people anyway. It's wild. It's wild. You could have just not said the thing and we could have had a conversation. Hi Rams, are you a Trump supporter? Can I have your age for TikTok? No? Okay. No. All right. I need to verify that you're over 18 for you to be here, Rams. That's literally in the terms of service. Try again, I guess. Can I have your age for TikTok? I need your age for TikTok. Wonderful. What state are you from? Don't turn your camera on. Nobody asked for you to do that. Don't do that. You have to hit a button to turn it on. So anyway, don't turn your camera on. So May 20th, 2026. I am telling you to not turn your camera on. because I don't want to see you. It is my space and I don't want to see what you look like. You choose to be here. Then scroll away. Then leave and scroll away. You see how you don't have to be here? You're choosing to be here, sir. My husband sure does spoil me. That is for certain. Sure do, babe. Sure do, babe. Oh yeah, okay, here. Here. So fake. So fake. Let's check it out. I got married January 1st, 2025, and I aired it on TikTok Live. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that there's actual video footage of like me getting married? Look at me getting married. There I am getting married. So Rams, can we talk politics now? Can we talk politics now? Okay, have a great one. I don't give a flying fuck about you being here. Scroll out. He's so mad that he's never touched a woman before. Okay, do you want to talk politics now? Oh, bye, Rams. One more shot. Let's see. Do you want to talk politics now? You haven't. You're just insulting me. You're just insulting me. Okay, stop it. It's May 20th, 2026. Why do you still support Donald Trump? Name one. Okay, what about the big beautiful bill do you like? As many as I deem fit because it's my live. I'm trying to have a conversation with you about politics. What do you like about the big beautiful bill? What do you like about the big beautiful bill? Okay, what's your question? Ram, what's your question? I'm up here wasting my time. How am I wasting my time? So I come on TikTok Live. Do you want me to answer the question? Do you want me to answer the question or no? Was it a rhetorical question? Okay, so I need you to respectfully shut the fuck up. Well, now you're not going to barrage the shit out of anything. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. No, thank you, Rams. You could just algo camp and push me into the algorithm. That's fine. He obviously can't debate. He's just saying words. Like, why can't they just do politics? Why can't they just do politics? They gave you like 3 shots. 3 shots, and you were just like, no, I'm just going to keep saying crazy, egregious shit for what? For what, dude? I just want to talk to you about politics, man. Hey, Lone Star, H for TikTok. Beautiful. What do you want to talk about today? Is this one of his keep men out of women's sports thing? Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, I mean, honestly, that's not a terrible idea because college athletes shouldn't be paid. Don't they normally get, like, education for free for participating in college sports? Mm-hmm. I normally only really follow the ones that like are detrimental to sort of like human rights, you know, like because I mean at the end of the day, like, do I think college athletes, if they are like a part of a commercial that they're allowed to be a part of, should be paid? Absolutely, right? They're working a job. But if they have like specific guidelines and guardrails in order to keep their scholarships that hinder them from doing that, then like they can't be paid. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, college is expensive and they are getting a free education out of being a college athlete. So it's like they are being compensated in some way, just not. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what any of that means, Lone Star. I don't know any of the people in the story. Like, I know nothing about sports. Like, we played an entire game one day. This was before we met you, Lone Star, where my friends put up logos of like sports teams, and I had to guess what their names and like their state. And like it was terrible. It was a really bad time. I'm the owner of the Tallahassee Flickas from the coast of Boise, Idaho. That's how bad it was. Like, so when I tell you, when you come up here and you try to have these sports talks with me, I have no idea what we're even. You're like speaking Mandarin. Remind me later. Yeah, remind me later. DM me and I'll give it a read and then I'll tell you my thoughts. Remind me about it later, okay? Okay, you have a good one, Lone Star. Love your face. Bye. Brooke, thank you for the $1 for Strange for Change. Choo-choo trip train. Jesus freaking Christ, I have words. All right, we're going to give Rams one more shot here. Rams, if you don't have anything about politics to say, I'm just going to block you, man. How we feeling about politics, Rams? Rams? Hello? How we feel about politics, Rams? Who's muting you? What's happening? Rams. Okay. Rams, do you want to talk about politics or not, buddy? Okay. Whoever... Stop. Whoever's muting him, please stop. I will revoke... Rams! Stop! Guys, I will revoke every single mod's powers right now. I'm not even kidding. That's not cool. Tallahassee Flickus is here! I haven't seen you in a minute! Alright, Rams, I'm gonna invite you up. Nobody mute him. I'm gonna be watching, just because it tells me if he gets muted by a mod. I know, I'm gonna look. Oh, he's not gonna come back up now? Okay. That's... What a weirdo, dude. What a fucking weirdo. Alright. Let's see what's happening. Okay. All right, let's listen in for a moment.
Went up to the school. The father was straddling her, choking her almost to unalive.
Hello?
As the mother sit there and clapped her hands because they were doing an honor unaliving to get their family's reputation back. We don't want them people here.
You know where we are right now, people?
What the fuck are we talking
The
about?
Jewish people in Germany when Hitler said, "Get on a train, you're going to a place. You don't know where you're going, but you're just going there." We're
Right.
taking your values, but just trust it, and you're
What?
going there.
What?
And we just get on the train, and we trust that they're not going to hurt us. They're not going to do any harm.
Hi,
But
Eric. How
what
are you?
happened? What fucking happened?
I'm doing all right. I'm gonna let him finish real quick.
What happened?
We trusted a man. I mean,
600 million people got unalived
yep.
because of their belief
It
or
was
faith
so
or
puzzling.
country or whatever you want to call it at the
It
time.
was. It
But
was.
that's where we are right now. As long as we go down this road of acceptance and, tolerance and accepting people into the fold because whatever they are, Muslim, whatever.
What are we talking
We're losing
about?
it, y'all. We're losing it. And I've lost my train of thought, and I'm sorry, but
It's okay.
World War II.
I'm really scared for us. I'm really scared.
Hitler believed in eugenics. Yeah, that's why he did that. He wanted to create the
Yeah, guys, I think we're just gonna find something else. That none of that was fun. I wow, I'm sorry for taking us there, guys. Whew. Lord have mercy. White Monster says Emma needs Ozempic, but watch, I'll send them an invitation and they won't come up. Isn't that so cute? Wow, I'm so shocked. Can I have your age for TikTok? What state are you from? Well, I mean, I'd prefer to know your state since we're going to talk politics here in a moment. I'm from Indiana and I'm 34. What state are you from? Because that's what my platform is about, is politics. Are you a Trump supporter? I invited you up because you're gross in the chat. Did you vote at all? How am I not shocked? Why didn't you vote? Okay, great. So both candidates are garbage, but unfortunately under the Electoral College, we only get the two candidates. So you sitting out your vote did what? Yeah. What do you think you accomplished by sitting it out? I didn't. I chose Kamala Harris. Right. But if had people like you voted, right, we wouldn't have lost. Just voted in general, right? Because the majority of people who did vote didn't vote for Donald Trump. Yeah. So if you take the number of votes, because if you take the number of votes Kamala Harris got, plus the people who voted third party or independently, and you take the independent or third party votes and you add those together, they were more than Donald Trump's, correct? The Electoral College. I already said that. Brother, what? If it were independent voters that determined elections, then how did Hillary Clinton lose in 2016? How did Hillary Clinton lose in 2016? How did Hillary Clinton lose in 2016? Why won't you answer the question? It's not irrelevant though, because you're saying that independent voters choose the winner, right? It's not the Electoral College. So how did Hillary Clinton lose in 2016? Answer my question. No, it's not. And there's a reason you won't answer it, because the majority of people who voted in 2016 voted for Hillary Clinton, even without independent voters. And the Electoral College is what gave it to Donald Trump. How and why? Holy shit. So it's like the Electoral College. It's like the Electoral College is what determines who wins the president. Am I right? I do. Do you understand how the Electoral College works? Explain it to me. Explain it to me then. No. Since you're saying you're making a positive claim that I don't know it, I want you. I'm conceding. I'm conceding. I don't know how the electoral college how the electoral college works. Explain it to me. No, don't ask me. Don't ask me a question. Don't ask me a question. Explain to me. Explain to me. No, explain to me how the electoral college works. Explain to me how the electoral college works. Can you explain to me how the electoral college works? How is the electoral college chosen? How are the electorates for the electoral show? It does. It's just so funny. It's just so funny. It's comedic. It's really funny that you can't explain to me how the electoral college works. Why can't you explain to me how the electoral college works? Nobody's cooking. You still haven't explained to me how the electoral college works. How does the electoral college work? We're not going to move on. We're not going to move on. I want you to explain to me. It's not where I need to stay. I want you to explain to me. I want you to explain to me how the electoral college works because you have not done that yet. You didn't. You didn't though. How are the electors for the electoral college chosen and how does the electoral college work? That's not a pivot. That's not a pivot. That's on topic. We're talking about the... Hold on. How is it a pivot that I asked how the electorates for the electoral college are chosen when talking about the electoral college? Hold on. How is it a pivot? What is the definition of pivot? All right, so chat, let's just do some education here real quick. So whenever you pivot from a subject, right, the way that I would have pivoted from the electoral college is by being like, well, under Joe Biden, the gas prices are higher. That's a pivot. Asking a question about the electoral college when the subject is the electoral college is not a pivot. That's not what the word pivot means, like literally at all. So it's just wild work. It's just so funny. They're so funny. I don't think you know how the electoral college works. Oh, you're right. I don't. Explain it to me. Well, it's about counties. Okay. Okay, bud. Just wild. These people are fucking crazy. Okay, let's see what we're finding here. Sorry, guys. I've got some emails I have to respond to today. We're still working on the adoption of my son. Oh, and these people are pissing me off, to be honest. They're like really making me mad. Oh, shoot. I'm in the wrong window. Frickety frack. Okay, let's see. Have you joined the Discord yet? Check him his Linktree and join her Discord today. Absolutely. Let's pin that. And I am not alone. I hear the rocks and stones. Ooh. Guess was a waste of carbon. I personally think that we need to move away from the electoral college and do something more like ranked choice voting, right? Because a handful of people in our country shouldn't be who determine elections because the electoral college existed back when we used to certify elections via horseback. Now that it's 2026 and we have a far easier way of doing that, I think something more like ranked choice voting would put the power back into the people's hands. Because the whole argument of, is California going to choose the elections for Alabama, is just fucking disingenuous, because if you counted each person's individual vote, then the people of the state of Alabama would each count as one, the people of the state of California would each count as one, and so on and so forth. California, New York, and Texas wouldn't decide elections if each individual person had the ability to cast their vote, and it mattered. Didn't Trump still win popular vote regardless? So, yes and no, right? He won the plurality vote, not the popular vote. He didn't get over 50%, right? So if we're just looking at Kamala Harris and we're just looking at Donald Trump's votes, the person who got more votes than the Democrat or the Republican was the Republican Party. But if you count the independent and third party voters, which are people who would not have voted for Trump for certain, had they voted for Kamala Harris, she would have had the majority. But you could also argue the same thing. If the independent voters wouldn't have voted for Kamala Harris, then Donald Trump still would have had the majority. At the end of the day, there were more votes in whole that weren't for Trump that existed. But it's the plurality vote, not the popular vote. Because in order to have the popular vote, it has to be over 50%. He only got 49% of the vote. It was actually like 48 point something percent of the vote. Yeah, a third of eligible voters didn't even vote. So, Tasty, why don't you come on up and have a conversation? They wouldn't know what to do if they were in Germany for real. We were talking about that last live that was talking about the weird stuff. That's crazy work. All right, guys. I may call it for the day, which really sucks because because of my freaking ban, we haven't hit my goal in 3 whole days. And that really stinks. Oh, okay. All right, guys, let me see real quick where we are at. Make sure there's no more thank yous I need to give out real quick. Look, guys, I understand everybody's hitting hard fucking times right now. I get it. This just keeps me from having to go do something like DoorDash because DoorDash also just isn't worth it right now with the cost of gas. The gas where I live currently is $4.19 a gallon. And it's costing me about $100 to fill up my tank. And in order for me to DoorDash successfully, I've got to drop Tara Jackal off at school and head into a college city about 45 minutes away from where I live. And it just makes it like it's just really shitty. So we're about $80 away from the goal right now. And times are tough, man. Times are fucking tough for everyone. I get it. It's all good. We will figure it out regardless. I don't want anyone to ever feel bad about not being able to donate. Donations are appreciated, not required. I just get a little stressed out because if we were on my main account, I would have better traction on TikTok and we would have knocked this goal out. But unfortunately, I can't get it past 100 people because this is not my main account and TikTok doesn't support me as much here. So, Ben America, why don't you come on up and let's talk about it. Emma, when you have a guest up, you should use your backup to restream your own live and mute your main mic. Oh, wait, they won't. Can you guys not, on the YouTube and Twitch, can you guys not hear the guests when the guests are up? I know what it is. Hold on. When your main is back up. I'm very confused. We can't hear them there. Okay, hold on. Let me figure that out. That's a problem. What is this? Hey. Shoot. That's not it. I don't know how to fix that. That's why the viewers dropped. They went to TikTok to hear the guest. That makes sense. I will have to play with that later because I just don't have time today. Interesting. Interesting. All right. This is really going to suck. Okay. Trying to think. This is why. Fuck. I think I know what I'm going to have to do, but it's going to really suck. I'll fix it for tomorrow. I do. So there is a number on the YouTube stream for them to call. But yeah, so basically the way that I have it right now is what you guys see on TikTok is being mirrored from Streamlabs. I need to switch it. I need to have the original Streamlabs layout the way that you see it here on TikTok. And I need to display capture it on Streamlabs so you guys can hear the guests over on Streamlabs instead of the way that I have it. But I'm about to get off for the day in about 30 minutes. Blake, why don't you come up and let's have a conversation about it? Let's have a conversation about why Americans like myself can't go work a regular 9-to-5 job. Come on up. Come on up, Blake. I bet you won't. You've been sent an invitation. Let's go, Blake. Because maybe you have the answers. Maybe you have the answers to the things that I haven't been able to figure out that have been hindering me from being able to leave my home and work. So come on up, Blake. Come on up, Blake. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about why I don't have what you call a real job. I'm just going to mute you. There you go, Blake. Since you're too pussy to come up, you just lost your First Amendment right. Have a great day, Blake. Anywho, chat. It's just wild work. Wild work for these men. Bum-ba-dum. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it for the day. I'm getting a little stressed out. And we just got a restriction for harassment and bullying anyway. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and call it. If you guys want to support the stream, you can find all of the pay links in my bio. We were only about $80 away from the goal today. Donations are appreciated. Not required. I hope you guys have a lovely day. We will be back tomorrow. I love you guys.